Okay, so as you guys know, Cathy came in town this weekend, and I'm super, super excited when your work bestie becomes your real life bestie. So she came in on Saturday at the end of my vitamin B AET testing, and so I felt so bad because I could only eat white rice and nothing else for 25 hours, and so I offered her lunch, but I couldn't eat or touch anything. And then, so we just kind of waited around for that until 5 o'clock.
Yeah. But so I think when you say that you can only eat white rice and water, it like oversimplifies that you can't eat anything. Like,
yeah,
nothing, even if you wanted to. There was nothing else that you could eat or touch.
like butter or anything.
Which is wild that you couldn't even touch the things. Like,
yeah, and that one was had chlorine involved too. And so we went to St. Pete on Saturday, and at 4:30? No, it was a little bit before 4:30, I think, because when we got in the pool.
Yes, yeah.
And I was like, sat in the pool for maybe 2 minutes, and I was like, oh my God, I don't think I can be in chlorine, but I couldn't remember what test it was that I couldn't be in the chlorine. And so I got out, looked at my phone, and sure enough, it was this one. And so I was like, oh my God, did I just fail?
Like, the fear that came over your face was so real because you'd made it like 24 and a half hours.
And so then I made Cathy go ask them if it was a chlorine pool. And I've been panicking since Saturday that I was going to fail this AET test today. And thank God I did not, because I did not want to have to redo that
Lightning
one.
McQueen. We passed it.
We did. But then I made an oopsie in the one today. So today was sugar, and they give you, I think we've seen in the comments, the thing or the paper that they give me with like what I can and can't eat. Well, today was sugar, and one of the things to avoid was carrots, and one of the things that you can have was raw and cooked vegetables. And so I overlooked carrots altogether on that, what to avoid, and was eating carrots probably less than an hour after I got home. And in my AET test this morning, the nurse lady said the chlorine was probably not that big of a deal because it was 24 hours. It wasn't like I did it right as soon as I got home. So then we went to the grocery store, and I realized carrots was on the avoid list. And I was like, well, failed that guy. Pretty quickly, because I ate them as soon as I got home. It wasn't 24 hours or anything. It probably wasn't even 24 minutes. And so then I was like, okay, we're just going to fail this whole thing and regroup on Wednesday. And so we went to go get Italian food.
It was great.
Yeah, I was like, I can't.
You're going to fail hard.
Exactly. At that point, I'd already screwed it up, so might as well enjoy dinner. And then I had so I started the morning at 8:15 with a blood thing, and they changed the dressing altogether, and so within that, they also changed the, like, sticky, not just the tape around it, but where the pick is, like, inserted. They changed all of that tape as well, and so that hurt a little bit, so they were trying to distract me. It was just, like, uncomfortable. And then I had chelation and glutathione, and then we went to Starbucks for a little bit. Cathy got some work done, and then we went to my AET, came back, I ate all the carrots and failed, and then I had my hydrogen chamber, and then my chiropractor appointment, which was like super interesting. So I think I said last week when I went, my legs were 2 different sizes. So what they did was they focused primarily on your top vertebrae. And so we readjusted that, and they used like this machine or whatever and just kind of like push it back. I've never seen anything like it, but I didn't want my neck to pop and like 8 different places. So I was okay with that. So then we took more x-rays just to kind of make sure. But now I am officially 5'7" on both legs, which is super exciting. I didn't think I'd ever get here. But he said my spine looked really good in the x-rays, so I probably don't need a lot of treatment. So to me, it was sounding like we can get everything fixed here. And I'll know for sure on Thursday afternoon about how many treatments I need and what that's going to look like. But he seemed to think that I wouldn't need more than a few. So I was like, I'll take that. I'm tired of spending money. But yeah, that's about it. My mom did have to stay, so I'm not sure if you saw her in any of like I don't think I took a picture of her this weekend, but she's still here. She'll be here until Thursday, and then because I have all my AET testing and I can't do it alone, since I can't even like touch anything, and then the apartment has to be very clean. So she's gonna stay, go home Thursday, and then she's gonna have like a long weekend back home, and I'm gonna go to Daytona for the weekend, since they're closed for the 4th of July. And I think that's about it for today. It was a lot.
It was. So I meant to tell you this earlier, like, so I tagged along with you to all your appointments, but what I didn't realize is, like, there's 3 different facilities that you have to go to, and they all do different things. There's a ton of people in there, and, like, there's chaos. I mean, you're just going through so much just to even get to your appointment to have your treatment. There's just so much involved.
Yeah.
I think you should be really proud about how you're handling it.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot for anybody.
Yeah.
So,
It's not a good time.
No. And just even the gaps in between are, you know, what do you do with an hour when you can't go home and the facilities, you're going to a treatment in another facility. Like, it's just...
Because you can't, like, sit there. I mean, you could, but then, like, what are you...
It's just all things that I don't think that I knew that you, like, have to plan for in addition to doing your treatments.
Yeah, and, like, when my mom has clients, when she can take me, when I have to take myself. And then, like, even today, doing it around your calls.
Yeah,
Like,
you had to manage your schedule around me, yeah.
Yeah, like, when you were doing your calls and stuff and just trying to figure out logistics with everybody's, because it's not just, like, my schedule, it's everybody else's schedule. I
think you have to give yourself credit. You're not just going through the therapies, but you're also, like, managing chaos.
Never thought about it like that. I was just, like...
Doing what it takes to get done.
Doing what it takes to get done. Because my mom recounted the weeks, and I think we can go home on the 21st of July. So I'm waiting for final confirmation, but that is my most ideal situation. So I'm just trying to get to July. One day at a time. One sunset at a time. All right, guys, thank you. Please continue to pray, and good thoughts, good prayers. I miss my bed. I miss my dog, and I miss the rest of my family, but I miss my dog. And we will see you tomorrow.